Hello, beautiful people. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are presently watching me. You are welcome back to our channel Smart Idea TV, where we talk spirituality. And this episode, on this episode of Spiritual Thursday, where we give spiritual tips and we just do spiritual talks. Sometimes we invite uh, other uh, spiritualists to come and talk with us. And in this episode, we are going to be sharing something very uh, important but often overlooked. A lot of us overlook this particular uh, topic that we are going to be talking about today. You have to know that this is a spiritual talk series. We just talk spiritually, we give tips and we just do some things. We call our attention to things that ordinarily we don't give attention to. And if you are new here, consider subscribing. Subscription is free so that you become part of the family and you enjoy good content from us. And those who have subscribed before, I want to say thank you for being with us this while. Just go down, share this video, share it, leave your comment. Go down, go and comment. Any spiritual thing that you think is bothering you that you feel we should talk about or you want answers to now, just go to the comment and put it there. Or you feel we should talk about something, just go there and tell us so that we can talk about that one. Or rather, just go to the comment box. Tell me or tell us what you want us to speak on our spiritual Thursday next, and we'll just pick one of these and talk about it. Now, let's get ahead. Today, like I said, I'll be talking about something important but often overlooked. A lot of us overlook this, and it's having a toll on our spiritual life. And I used to say on this channel that the spiritual determines the physical. If your spiritual life is not in tune, then your physical life will be out of tune. But in tune, I mean you have to be alright spiritually. If you are alright spiritually, then physically you are bound to be okay. You will succeed. A lot of people that you see succeeding is because spiritually they are okay. I remember one time somebody was telling me, what about people like Donald Trump and Elon Musk and the rest and Bill Gates? Are they also spiritually okay? They don't go to, most of them don't preach churches. They don't. I tell them spirituality is not about going to church. It's not about going to mosque. And none of them will come to you and tell you what they do spiritually. So nobody is going to tell you what they do. You might see a lot of people succeeding, but all I know is that you see anybody succeeding physically, then that person has succeeded spiritually. If you are in tune spiritually, then you will not be out of tune physically. You are bound to be okay. If your spiritual side is okay, then your physical life will be better. Now, a lot of us, we claim to have physical problems. We have, some people call it family problem. They call it generational problem. And some people have health issues. And most of these things are caused by their spiritual problem. Because this spiritual problem affects you in so many ways and they manifest physically. But you've tried so many things. Some of you have seen spiritualists, you have used different spiritual recipes. You have done so many things. You have been to churches, you have fasted, been to mountains, but this thing kept coming. Then you want to ask yourself, My prayers are not being answered. It's not that. It's not that. Or you want to say that the spiritualists, they are lying. Most of the things they are telling us, they are not right. They are not correct. My pastors are not doing well. Maybe I'm caught. No, that is not the issue. That's something that you are overlooking that might be the problem. And in most cases, is this thing that I want to tell you about is most of the time the problem. And what is that? It is your practice. It is your practice. By practice, I mean something that you do constantly, and that is responsible for this thing happening over and over. For instance, if you have a sickness and the sickness is not medical, you have tried different medical recipe, and you already know that it is even spiritual, and you have tried different recipe, but the thing keeps coming, you keep seeing it keeps happening, and you are wondering what could be the problem. The problem is your practice. And by practice, I mean maybe there is a particular thing you do or something you love doing very well. Something you love doing very well that is responsible. Now, to make it clearer, let me just tell you a very short story. I have a friend a very long time ago. Is a lady, very pretty lady, and she's a single mother. She was a single mother. She was a single mother and very pretty, and she's also very well to do. And she's endowed. When I say pretty, she's endowed in every aspect. She's okay. And financially, she's okay. She's a business person and she makes a lot of money. And she's a single mother. And she has tried severally to get married. She tried severally. And she's also a prayer warrior in a church, a praying church in Nigeria. And she has been to several mountains in Nigeria and outside Nigeria looking for the right suitor or looking for the right husband. But most people will come. Once they come, at most they will stay for like 3 days. They will run away. Something in this lady is, in this my friend, is sending them away. But unknown to my friend, unknown to her. So there was a particular day we were together, we were discussing, and she kept saying, you guys, one of you should, at least, if others are not coming to take my hand in marriage, you guys should, one of you should. But we told her, most of us have our own partners and you are our friends, we cannot get married, jokingly. Something just told me that there is more to this particular thing. And I told the lady, something is wrong. Something is not right. It might be a spiritual problem. But the lady said she's a praying type and she has visited so many churches. Man, I said, just look inward. Go the spiritual route and see. Well, it's been long. Then my spiritual gifts have not blossomed. And lo and behold, she went. So for some time we didn't see her. So we got together one time and she told us that something is actually wrong with her. That day that I told her that something is wrong with her spiritually, she thought it was a joke. But something told her to take it serious. And she talked to one old person who took her to one old woman. The old woman didn't give her anything. But the old woman asked her, what exactly is that thing that you love doing so much that you cannot do without? And she said, it's hot water. She cannot do without hot water. If you want to sleep, she must warm herself. She takes hot tea. She cannot take cold food. She doesn't drink cold thing. Everything about her is hot water. And she baths hot water. Even in hot sun, she baths hot water. And she does the same for her child. And the woman told her, according to her, that exactly is a problem. Is the hot water. That her spirit does not support hot water because she belongs to the water. Our nature is water, and when you say your nature is water, it means cold water. She should not use, if she wants to get married and she wants to live a very comfortable life, she should stop using hot water, concentrate on cold water. And he said the woman gave her one bottle of water, that when she gets home, she gets a plastic, a big plastic, new plastic, put water and had the water the woman gave to her, and that every day she must use that water to bath. That water should not finish from the house. She should be topping it with water. She should be topping it. And ever since she has been using that water, she has seen more than 5 suitors who are coming and even begging her. All of us were just dumbfounded. We opened our mouth because we see this lady as somebody who is the praying type, gifted and the rest. We never knew something like this. And the lady was telling us that you guys should go and check yourself. All of you must have something that you love doing so much that you think you cannot do without. That might be one of your problems. And lo and behold, that was how this lady, very soon she got married. So your problem might be that thing that you love so much, you love doing so much, or that particular food that you love eating so much, or a particular activity that you love doing so much. For instance, if you love meat so much, you can't do without meat, or what some people call beef, that might be your problem. That might be the source of your problem. Or if you love taking a particular beverage so much that you cannot do without it might be your problem. Or if you love the opposite sex so much that you cannot do, if you are a man and you cannot do without girls and ladies, you go about anything is scared, it might be the source of your problem. Like the story I just told you earlier, nobody believe ordinary hot water could be the problem of this person, and that hot water is actually a problem. So the hot water might be your problem, the meat that you eat often might be your problem, the particular food that you love so much eating, maybe a particular vegetable that you love taking so much might be your problem. If you love it so much that you cannot do without it, check yourself. All I'm telling you, all I'm asking you to do is that just look inward, check yourself. Like I said, you've tried everything. You've used different spiritual recipe. You've used orthodox medicine, medical, and this ailment that you have, this problem that you have refused to go, or it has been going and coming back. Just look inward, check yourself. Your problem might not be anything else, might just be that particular thing, or that particular food, or that particular activity that you love so much that you cannot do without. It's very simple, but I'm talking to you, I'm telling you this from the place of experience and knowledge. It's something that I've seen severally. It has played out severally. One on one, I've seen it. So I'm not just telling you a theory. I'm telling you something that is very practicable. Just look inward and just check it. If you do it and you think, but it does not stop you. Nothing stops you from doing it, because you are not paying anybody for this. Nobody is collecting any money from you. Just a practice or something that you love doing. You just decide to just stop it. Just stop it for a while. Okay, let's look at it this way. Maybe a particular thing that you love so much. Maybe, for instance, the use of hot water that you cannot do without. Just stop it for like 2 months and see what happens. Or if it's a meat or beef that you love so much you cannot do without, just stop it for a month or 2 and you see the result. Then you check yourself, because anything you do in life, you have to continue to check yourself. If you are doing some things and you feel some things are not going well, change it, or reduce those things. With time, things will improve. Like there is a saying that you can't continue to do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. Or in Yoruba we say I've forgotten how to say it in Yoruba, but it's just like you can't continue to do the same thing over and over and over, and you expect to get the same result. So there is nothing stopping you, and there is nothing, it does not cost you anything. Just check yourself. Here I will. Check yourself, look inward, and see if there is anything that you feel you cannot do without. Just try to reduce it or stop it altogether for at least two months, and you see the result, what comes out. Just try this. This might be the solution to that problem that you spend so much money, that has cost you so many things. Just try this, and that might be the solution. By the way, if you enjoy this content and you love it so much, just give it a like. Consider sharing it, give it to others. And if you have not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And just go to the comment box. Go and tell me what exactly is that thing that you love so much that you feel you cannot do without. Go to the comment box, and go and type that. As many people as drop their comment, that will tell me the number of people that has watched this video and that has watched up to this moment. If you have really watched up to this moment, then I want to say congratulations, because you've learned something that can emancipate you for life, and you are not going to be paying anybody. Until we come again with another episode of Spiritual Thursday, remain spiritually intelligent, and don't forget, we can succeed together. Thanks.